So this is a 1996 Fender American Vintage 62 reissue in the very rare Shoreline Gold. Now this would have been released in 96 as a very limited colour to celebrate Fender's 50th or golden anniversary. It's a wonderful metallic finish, very desirable custom colour, as it was back in the day, and you certainly don't see too many of these around in this condition due to the age of them all. This one has a wonderfully dark rosewood board that's almost borderlining on ebony. It's that dark. You just don't get rosewood like that on Fenders these days. Again, if you do, it's probably dyed. We have our Fender reverse stamped stock saddles, and the tremolo unit is all original. The tremolo arm is present, as is the ashtray cover, as we'll see later. We have our stock volume 2 tone controls, and this one has, thankfully, the modern 5-way switch installed. The guitar is in wonderful condition, and this one, being a 1996, is one of the few that come in the V0 serial number range, which are slightly more desirable. Makes not much difference, but it's just one that the collectors like. It also comes with the original first generation 5762 pickups. So the difference there is the non-beveled pole pieces and the enamel winding rather than the form var winding, as is on the current contemporary post 1998 5762 pickups. So enamel winding is a little bit brighter than form var in terms of the sonics that it produces on a pickup, and they're very difficult to find in Fender's catalogue these days. And I think the hand-wound 64s are the only way you can get them, at least off the stock option list anyway, I'm aware of. We have our stock volume 2 tones, and you'll be pleased to know this one is wired with the 5-way selector switch. We have our heel truss rod adjustment, which on this one over the years no one has shoved a screwdriver in and mauled the recess in the pick guard, which is nice. As we can see, the finish is in truly marvellous condition on the front here. With no marks visible to the naked eye, at least that I can see. Hopefully you can see what I'm talking about too. The pickguard has no cracks in it or anything. So moving up the guitar, we have this gorgeously dark rosewood board. As I say, you just don't find rosewood like that on modern Fenders. As I say, and if you do, it may well be dyed rosewood. It's beautiful, really beautiful. I've slackened the strings off just to show you the frets, given the age of the guitar. As you can see, hopefully there's no pitting or anything in the frets. Go into the 12th fret position. As you can see, all wonderful indeed. So as I say, the guitar is in almost collector's condition really for something this age. The only thing of note, other than something that I'll point out later, which is incredibly small, is the logo, being decal over lacquer, as you can see there, has just been wicked by something over the years, but very minor. We have our factory stock nut there, as you can see, with the lacquer going over the sides. And the other thing, in addition to the decal, is there's a tiny, and that's just in the lacquer, not the wood, mark just before the first fret there, which is just a little lacquer chip, which could be drop filled very easily indeed if wanted. So as we can see, the guitar has no neck pocket lacquer cracks at all, And the back of the neck is immaculate. Other than, I suppose, if you wanted to count that little lacquer chip at the edge of the fretboard, but otherwise it's truly immaculate, which for something this age, only 27 years old now, is really good. The back of the body, again, is in sublime condition. Really sublime condition indeed. Very, very, very clean. The only things to point out here is the almost unavoidable crack in the single ply backplate from a screw there. Pretty much always happens on something this age with a single ply backplate. And there's a small lacquer crack there by that screw, just from the neck plate. Again, very common on something this age, i.e. a Strat. But other than that, find me a mark on it. Very clean, very good. Down the sides of the guitar, again, we're extremely clean. Down the lower side, very clean. So with all that out of the way, the other thing to point out is these first gen AVRI 62s, or US vintage 62s as they're called, have a very nice slim 60s neck profile, which is very, very playable. Lovely amber tint to the neck and the side dot markers. And the guitar itself weighs in at a very nice £7 13 ounces, which is just on the lighter end of what you'd expect from a current reissue from Fender to be. However, these are, in my opinion and a lot of other people's opinion, far, far better made. Have one final look. The Shoreline Gold, as you can see, is a beautiful colour. It's a wonderful guitar. Also here, as you can see, it comes complete with its original tremolo arm, case keys, ashtray bridge cover. In that beige envelope we have 2 extra tremolo springs should you want to install them. That's the original envelope. A unopened Fender polishing cloth, and the Fender bag that the 5-way switch would have been in. Original G&G case, as you can see, period correct, with the distinctive fur lining on these earlier ones. We also have UK made Cheney latches on these. On the new ones you get Chinese. These are great cases, very sturdy and will last the test of time. As we can see, all the latches function perfectly, and the case, for its age and being a tweed case that's non-lacquered, is pretty good, pretty clean. I know it looks like it's got marks, but these tweed cases will pick marks up because it's just a woven fabric exterior. As you can see, just demonstrate all these latches function absolutely perfectly.